we're off, and beginning of this run, just going to be single fire, and you're going to be seeing, I guess maybe the movement between these two runners will be a little bit different, because what DarkRiolu is planning on doing is an RNG manipulation that they'll try to hold on to as long as possible. We'll see how that goes. Alright, yeah, we're synced now. So for those of you who don't know, the main objective in Kirby 64 100% is to beat the true final boss of the game, and that involves collecting all these shards. Some of them are just sort of hidden away in kind of non-obvious locations, but others will require certain power combinations or just single powers to break a barrier that allows us to get the shard. This is sort of a common mechanic in what is sometimes referred to as the Dark Matter trilogy. Which is sort of like an informal trilogy that consists of this game, Kirby's Dream Land 2 and 3. So right now, we saw fireworks earlier, but most of this is going to be with fire for World 1. Unfortunately, DarkRiolu is going a little bit too early on the Ice Dragon, causing him to run into the invincibility frames. Unfortunately, as well, the Ice Dragon did the pattern where it jumps across the screen, so DarkRiolu had to chase it down. Right now, maybe like a 6-second gap separates the two players right now. Once again, it's really early on, sort of maybe a common theme among earlier Kirby games that there is a significant luck component, and we, just based on that alone, can see some pretty drastic lead changes. Okay, so DarkRiolu getting the double cutter, when you time it just right, I believe there's like a 2-frame window for it. You can break the barrier, the green barrier, while not landing on it. That made up a little bit of time compared to Curtis. Alright, Curtis getting the best pattern. The in-air hammer is the quickest attack for getting DED. Okay, DarkRiolu again as well. I'm not sure if DarkRiolu's manipulation is still on after that Ice Dragon. But they both got the same pattern, causing the second phase where DED's in the air to start sooner rather than DED floating up from the ground. Alright, let's see. Okay, Curtis getting apples first and a puff. Okay, it seems like DarkRiolu is still on his manipulation. Guess the Ice Dragon running away maybe didn't advance anything. So, just like that, DarkRiolu gained a little bit of an edge in World 1. Double fire was grabbed pretty much just for the wispy fight alone, but it is useful for these long sort of horizontal stretches. Right, both of them missing the landing on the block is pretty tricky timing. Okay, well, Curtis's shard grab was a little bit cleaner, allowing him to reach the door just a little bit quicker. And now we have an auto-scroller. Both players got the Sparky. If you missed that combination, I'd say that for both these runners, the race would be over. So luckily they both got it. Curtis got the slightly better pattern where the Sparky jumped closer and further to the left, allowing him to put down just a little bit on backtrack. But DarkRiolu, just, I think still on his manipulation. Just got sort of like a medium pattern. Nothing too trolling. Curtis getting toasted a little bit there. Not that big of a deal. Alright, so here we see the third and final speed ability. Third, I guess, final depending on who you're talking to, but this is Curling Stone. Basically the way it works is that if you're running, you get sort of a boost of speed, and then the longer you stay in Curling Stone, the more you decelerate. So you'll see these players going in and out of Curling Stone. Not staying too long in it, basically just before it starts to slow down. Like every single, I guess, frame, it decelerates a little bit. Eventually goes to slower than running speed. But in between curling stones, you lose your running speed, so you need to refresh it. Like basically do a dash input, which is double tapping left to right, before entering another curling stone, so it can be quite tricky. All this movement here is very carefully routed. Okay, so I think that is a sign that DarkRiolu's manipulation has ended. I think he did not mean to grab that card there during the gold game, or maybe it ended sometime before then. So, unfortunately, DarkRiolu won't be able to keep Curling Stone, otherwise he could have saved some time here. But right now Curtis in the lead, I think it's okay to switch over the audio now. You'll see this double damage strat for both players that allows Kirby to float up all the way to the top. This game, Kirby cannot float indefinitely, so rooms that are like super vertical usually have some kind of trick to get to the top. So if DarkRiolu was able to keep his manipulation, he would be able to do this puzzle right here without needing to guess. Or sorry, without needing to get light bulb to figure out what the exact button configuration is. So, fortunately, it ended before then, so he needs to do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, here we have another auto-scroller of sorts. The first phase of picks, you're just supposed to be dodging the whole time. But if you just stand in a specific spot, depending on the pattern, you can just stay there all the way for like the rest of the first phase. But afterwards, we're going to be seeing possibly different strats depending on what pattern Pix gives. If Pix splits up, so right now you see on Curtis' screen that the three diamonds, three parts of Pix are spread out. In those kinds of patterns, what the players are going to do, or they're going to spit their double star into Pix, try to hit two of them. Otherwise, if they're all bunched up together, they'll keep double spark and use that to attack. So each piece, okay, so Curtis got the splitting pattern, so he's going to spit. Each piece has 4 health. The double star will do 2 damage each. And then if you match the colors, it'll do 2 damage. Otherwise, it'll do 1. So DarkRielu actually getting the slightly faster pattern. There's this weird sort of frame rule thing for Curtis's pattern, but not for the one that DarkRielu got. But both of them were able to get a 1 cycle on Pix, so kept roughly even for that boss. And conveniently, in the beginning of 3-1, there's a fire enemy, so we just picked that up. Single fire is actually quite a tricky power to master. It seems pretty straightforward with regards to doing the fire and then doing a puff and then doing like just alternating fire and puff, but the timing can be quite annoying. One sort of aspect about it that you need to take into account is the fact that the fires get shorter the longer you use it. So there's 3 different lengths that the fires can be at. So DarkRielu going the sort of older way of doing this, maybe the safer way, which is to hold the penguin in your mouth, run across, and then spin into this bomb enemy. Curtis did the new way, which saves maybe about a second or so, which involves letting the penguin run across the screen and then inhaling both enemies at the same time. Ice and Bomb is a terrible attacking ability, but they do need it later on, so they need to fight this mini-boss coming up with it. And it's just going to be a matter of staying down here. If you try to run into the mini-boss, you'll take damage. But there is sort of like another idea where you can like stand right at the edge of a tip box and it'll explode without you taking damage, but that's pretty tricky and at least for real-time speedrunning, not worth it. Okay, Curtis cleverly detonating himself on that enemy, otherwise he has to wait it out like what he's doing here on top of this block. Doing some slides that I personally don't think are that worth it. Oh, both runners doing it. So right now, about a 6-second lead for Curtis. It's pretty much been 6 seconds since. Actually, well, it was 6 seconds in World 1, and then Curtis got bad luck, and then. Since then, he's regained that 6-second lead. But, it's still early on. There's still a lot of luck to get through, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Generally speaking, double stars do 2 damage in this game. There are a couple exceptions, but both runners are going to be using that idea for this fight coming up here. So Volcano, not exactly the nicest attacking ability, plus the mini boss has some iframes, so they're going to do 2 hits here, and then throw the double star. And now onto another auto-scroller. There are a couple jumps that you can do to speed this up. The way that this river auto-scroller works is that it moves at different speeds, but if you're in the air, you preserve your speed. So it's best to, jump at the end of the fast parts into the slow parts. And I think overall it saves maybe like 2 seconds over doing sort of like the minimal amount of jumps, just jumping over obstacles. And of course, the most important one is getting the fast jump at the right end. If you don't get the fast speed there, it loses like half a second. In some Kirby games, it's okay to face plant. Like, for example, the Game Boy Advance ones, face planting, you don't lose your horizontal speed, but in this game you lose quite a bit of it. So anything to avoid face planting is done. So for example, being Fat Kirby, what we call Fat Kirby, having an enemy in your mouth, prevents you from face planting. Alright, Curtis gained about 2 seconds over DarkRiolu in 3-2, but this is perhaps the great equalizer. You got Rick coming up. So Stonecutter power combo gives you 1 of 6 animal friends. And you need Rick specifically to get the last shard in this level. So we'll see how many tries it takes. Basically, there is some idea of like manipulation, stuff like that, but roughly speaking, manipulation aside, it could be any of those animal friends, except you can't repeat them. Like, you can't have 2 consecutive friends of the same animal. So we'll see what happens here. What's sometimes maybe a tradition in Kirby 64 speedrunning is the chat guessing how many tries they'll take. And we've had one person keep track of everyone's Rick attempts to see, I don't know, just keep some stats on it. DarkRiolu having a very nice entry into this room here. But first things first, they need to combine for the power in the first place. Once again, if you miss this one, you lose a lot of time. So Curtis, normally in his runs he'll go a little bit riskier on that, but this time he played it pretty safe. Sort of the older strat. DarkRiolu just going straight for it. Yeah, so basically, oh, Curtis might get screwed here. We'll see. Basically, this part is kind of like a reference to Dreamland 3. I mean, many parts of this game are references to Dreamland 3. Wow. I think Curtis is getting like 11 or 13. Wow. Well, Curtis is still in the lead, but shrunk considerably. Each try takes about a little more than 1.5 seconds, maybe like 1.6, 1.7. Okay, Curtis gonna try to puff the crab. Missed. Both runners running into the crab. But yeah, pretty bad luck for both runners. On average, you should be expecting something a little bit less than 6 tries. Excuse me. Curtis getting pitch in this falling sequence. Since you have stone plus cutter, it is a rock, so you do sink faster. Pitch has the best horizontal movement, and so Curtis was able to get to the screen transition a little bit quicker than DarkRiolu, who just got one of the other friends. I didn't see which one it was, but not pitch. Kind of ironically, Kine, which is the fish one, it has no horizontal movement in the water, so getting that would be the worst luck. Enemies in this game have sometimes have some neat effects. For example, the fish, you can swim faster, but other ones that are maybe useful in other contexts, maybe not the usual main game speedrun, are things that you can attack with. For example, there's the fishbone enemy, sort of like that like triangular looking fish skeleton. That can be used for attacking. Some of them have movement outside of water, such as holding the Terran. It's sort of like a mini pterodactyl kind of thing. Those can give you speed boosts, so on and so forth. But for the purpose of this run, it's just the fish in this level, but it does save a significant amount of time. Let's see now. Okay, now Curtis only has maybe about a 3-second lead. Man, Rick was not kind to either of them. Yeah, these rock spawns are RNG, so Curtis getting a little bit unlucky. For whatever reason, Curtis gets trolled by these rocks, I feel like, more than anyone else. And if you get hit twice in quick succession, then you can lose your bomb power. Okay, Acro, let's see what happens here. Okay, Curtis getting good luck here. DarkRiolu getting average luck. The transition into the second phase only triggers when Acro hits the ground, so the runners want Acro to be as close to the ground as possible on the 6th hit. And Curtis got a little bit better luck here. Yeah, in terms of sort of like the history of Kirby 64 speedrunning, the first Kirby 64 speedrun that I'm aware of is from 2005. And it already contained stuff like using Curling Stone, not in the place that we saw it earlier, and also using the fish. Alright, so Curtis gets better luck here. But I would say probably lost time trying to go for Fat Kirby. With Fat Kirby, your hitbox is a little bit bigger, so you can actually touch the shard quicker off screen. Saves about 1/3 of a second, but I think the time you spent to set that up probably cost more than 1/3 of a second. So coming up is a relatively new strat. It will save significant time if both runners can hit, which I think they probably will. Which is getting the fast vine cycle here. These vines are on a cycle. I think Chris is just going to go just try to grab it. Meanwhile, DarkRiolu tries to get a boost off of that button. And then get a push over here. Okay, DarkRiolu not getting the full fastest vine cycle, but still faster than, I guess, the regular cycle. So Chris does get a little bit of an edge there. I think Curtis's single fire spacing probably wasn't the way that he wanted to go, so he played a little bit safe on that stone enemy. Yeah, nothing really to say about this minecart. Unlike the river auto-scroller, which also featured wall D, here you just want to jump as many times as possible. And the name of the game here is, you have Dynamite, which is a very scary power. You can get hurt by it. It's the only one in the game that can do that, but you do need to carry it pretty far into the stage. So it's basically just a matter of not attacking, actually. Yeah, DarkRiolu trying to go for a crazy dynamite hit. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So you have to do another one, so Curtis getting a little bit more of an edge there. I think, okay, now the lead is about 4 seconds. Curtis getting, well, it pretty much came down to that risky dynamite throw. Mini boss kind of went the same for both runners. Next up is a little bit of Peace Margie, but not nearly as big as Rick or some of the bosses. But there's a painting that Adeline draws. If you get Pizza or Top Hat, that's pretty good, but Parasol is the kind of crappy one. We'll see how it goes. First off, I need to hit this combination here. It's a little bit risky. You could either shoot too high or too low and miss, but both runners get it. Alright, Curtis getting Top Hat, alright. And DarkRiolu getting Pizza. A little bit slower, but still, you know, perfectly good. Parasol, the third one, is the one that nobody wants. Yeah, no umbrella, which is the most important part. Oh, unfortunately, DarkRiolu taking a hit there. Taking damage in this stage is, like, especially over these big pits, really not fun. Like, if you do like an errant curling stone into one of these small pits, it takes forever to float out of it. Getting rocked there. The rock spawns in the first room are just random, so like you want to do your curling stone route in a certain way, but then a rock just lands like just in the wrong spot. No fun. Okay, Curtis enters DD at 40-49. Let's see where DarkRiolu is at. Okay, so Curtis has about a 16-second lead here. Once again, it's definitely not over yet. Not even close. Curtis doing his patented damage cancel. Yeah, the way that the deity room has evolved over time is interesting, I guess. Oh, Curtis, unfortunately, curling stone too early. like took the damage on lava, but was a little bit left of the shard. I think DarkRiolu will be able to take a little bit of time here. DarkRiolu gets it. Basically, going too early, you just hit the lava and without grabbing the shard. If you go too far, you actually land on the block instead of breaking it. So just a little short section with double fire. Curtis' double fire is kind of short there. Double fire mostly useful for these like very flat regions. Not much backtracking. Oh, DarkRiolu trying to go for a slide there, but unfortunately the enemy spawned right in his face. That would have been a cool strat. Magman, there can be like a 12-second swing here. So Curtis getting slow 2-hit pattern. Basically what you want to see is that for the second pattern, the second cycle, basically what Curtis got right here, regardless of what happened in the first cycle. Okay, so DarkRiolu is starting off with the one where you can get 3 hits. Unfortunately, I think he rolled up on his D-pad and caused him to point his sword up, but he got bad luck as well. The second phase, basically what you want to see is Magman just standing in place somehow. So a pattern like that. Oh, wasn't staying close enough. So it's gotta... Oh, okay, doubly scary for Curtis. What the heck? Almost threw too low on that. On that throw. Yeah, let's see what DarkRiolu gets here. Wow, DarkRiolu getting pretty terrible luck on Magman. Unfortunate. Okay, DarkRiolu, some people like to grab fire here. Okay, kind of a swag ending there. Some people like to grab fire at the end of Magman, those birds that spawned. But DarkRiolu is just going to just kill a little bit quicker and then just walk a little bit before the fire enemy here. Curtis got what I might describe as the slowest of the fast patterns on Magman, and then DarkRiolu got kind of a medium pattern out of the bad ones, unfortunately. Curtis taking damage on the sled. I think now that people understand that like you should be jumping as much as possible, like short hops as much as possible on the sled auto scroller, causes more people to run into obstacles because you might just be caught in between jumps. If I had to describe World 4, DarkRiolu, I think, got trolled in a couple spots. So basically, Curtis building on his lead here. But, like I said, anything can happen. We're still not even at the worst RNG parts yet. Rick has passed. DarkRiolu managed to gain maybe 3 seconds on Curtis there. And also, I think around 6 seconds on Wispy. But I think, besides that, Curtis has gotten better luck. Okay, maybe Acro, the World 3 boss, second phase, I think DarkRiolu got torpedoes. So that was a little bit faster for him there as well. But That Magman was pretty big. Yeah, the RNG is doing DarkRiolu no favors here. So in terms of their exit times for 5-1, Curtis seems to have a 27-second lead right now. But still, there are more trolls up ahead. Yeah, so DarkRiolu does a manipulation strat for 5-2. Basically, there's this Sparky enemy, so in 2-1 we had a Sparky combination. That would be really bad news if you messed up. Sparky is one of the few enemies that actually has random movement in this game. But the one in 5-2 is perhaps more crucial. And DarkRiolu has a way of doing that so that you always connect, just take a little bit of time to set it up, but sort of a setup that allows him to always get the desired combination. But if you don't do the manipulation, I think Curtis at one point wanted to learn it, but then ultimately didn't implement it. There's a chance that Sparky will just jump off into the pit. Curtis getting caught up on those enemies towards the end. We do this thing where we headbutt the Scarfy, the orange enemy, but Curtis had iframes, so he actually just jumped right through him. And I think Curtis just didn't know what to do next. Let's see what happens here with Sparky. Okay, Curtis getting a good Sparky. Pretty much barely had the pause whatsoever, but you'll see on DarkRiolu's screen, he'll be going for something else. You'll see, essentially, he'll float over the pit here and spit it out in a very careful way, and then float and cause the enemy to spawn just at the right time. Earlier in this tournament, the Japanese runner name known as Miri also showed off a different setup. And I think that the way that the enemies spawn in this game, I think, I could be wrong about this, is that once you get close enough, they actually spawn in midair. So DarkRiolu and Miri have different setups for that Sparky combination. Lemon, not exactly the greatest luck. We'll see what DarkRiolu gets. No, this is like a really small piece of luck, but it is still kind of annoying. Oh, well, okay, Adeline. Thanks, Adeline. Just gives DarkRiolu the worst thing to draw at the very, very beginning. Basically, orange means the most backtracking. I'm kind of curious how both runners are going to play the B room coming up here. Yeah, we call them aimbots. Maybe not in speed, but it does try to track where you're going to end up. I think Curtis is probably going to go for the standard 4 cycle skip here. Oh, never mind there. I gotta say that was probably a little bit too risky for my taste. Yeah, much cleaner on DarkRiolu's end. Yeah, still about a 27-second gap between these two runners. Alright, nice mini boss there for Curtis. DarkRiolu's damage strat. Yeah, basically, they don't want to be... Well, besides just killing the boss as quickly as possible, they don't want to be standing too far to the left and accidentally spawn the fire enemy a little bit too early. If that happens, then you're sort of just waiting around for it to show up. It could be random. But in this case, they just spawn it and then immediately pick it up. So both runners having a nice mini-boss fight there. Alright, Curtis entering HR, 57-51-ish. Let's say entering the fight 58 flat. Alright, this can vary wildly. Okay, That starts off with bad luck. Yep. Okay. So 3 cycles for Curtis so far. Okay, 5 cycle, pretty normal. I think Curtis might have gained 1 or 2 seconds over DarkRiolu just now in 5-4. Okay, I think DarkRiolu is on 2 cycles right now, so already getting the 4 hit. Alright, I think that was a 4 cycle for DarkRiolu. Should be saving a little bit of time. Maybe 4 seconds or so over Curtis. Alright, 59-16 for Curtis. Let's see what happens for DarkRiolu. There's a little bit of randomness on the second phase, but it's trivial compared to the first phase. Okay. Right now, Curtis has a 30-second lead over DarkRiolu. Once again, the run's still not over. Just from luck alone, there could be a lead change. We're still not at probably the most crucial part, which is Miracle Matter and like basically the final boss sequence, Miracle Matter and 0-2. Okay, DarkRiolu going for the front-facing combination for the Gordo. Does involve, I guess, taking damage twice, I suppose. Curtis getting the fat Kirby through the loading zone. Basically, if you can interrupt the taking out the power animation with something like taking damage or going through a screen transition. I'm not sure why Curtis swallowed there. Then it'll go straight into your mouth as opposed to above your head. Spitting out something is faster than throwing it. Either throwing it up or throwing it forward. I think I missed what DarkRiolu was doing. I think he's going to go for the later lightsaber combination, which involves a cap art enemy in the next room. Yeah, this is a little bit rough. I don't think he normally does this. Yeah, okay. Alright. Now back to normal. DarkRiolu with another card. I mean, it doesn't affect completion, but this game 100% does not involve the cards. Fortunately, 6-3 is sort of a enemy rush stage, not boss rush because I guess maybe that'd be too complicated, but enemy rush, a lot of enemies. There's 5 different rooms of waves of enemies. Curtis having a pretty good pace entering this last room with enemies. Okay, having a clean last room. If one of those enemies gets away, it can be kind of annoying to finish off the room. Okay. Curtis leaves 6-3 at 104.44. We'll see where DarkRiolu is at. Alright, lottery time. Nope. If Spark or Cutter showed up early, they could just whack at it. But Miracle Matter, you have to attack the same phase it's showing. Alright, Curtis getting bad luck on Spark. Oh, only getting 1 hit. Yeah, let's see what DarkRiolu gets. Bad luck for Curtis on fire as well. Oh. DarkRiolu not getting Spark or Cutter first, but getting a good pattern for fire, so he'll be able to make up some time here. I think Curtis probably should have inhaled both bombs, but too late now. Now Curtis gets the good RNG. Yeah, let's see what happens with DarkRiolu screen. Yeah, this is going to be a clean 1 cycle and bomb. Alright, so this might actually might be really close. All comes down to 0-2-1 cycle. I think DarkRiolu 1 cycled everything. Now it's only an 8-second gap. So it's like a 20-something second swing. I mean, like 23-second swing on just the Miracle Matter fight. Alright, Curtis clutching out the 1 cycle here. Just hope that the spike doesn't disappear. Alright, DarkRiolu just barely getting it, but it'll be Curtis taking this one. Managed to hold on to that lead after Miracle Matter. GG's to both runners. So we got 108.14-ish to 108.24-ish. Wow, it was a very, very close race for for winners finals. Yeah, GG's to both runners. I think we'll see if the runners want to jump in for an interview. Yeah, very good race times for both runners. Like DarkRiolu within 30 seconds of his PB. Curtis about 50 seconds or so off. I think Curtis is going to join us.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? Congrats on your win.
Wait 1 sec, I can't hear you. Maybe now?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, so so you won by like 12 seconds. How do you feel about that run?
Yeah, I'm sweating, to say the least. I mean, Rick didn't help at all. I got what, like 9th try. Miracle Matter with the forced 2-cycle fire and electric and 2-cycle bomb because of bad gameplay. Besides that, though, I mean, I think, you know, I played pretty damn well. Only plus 15 going into Miracle Matter. I was okay with that. That was a good run for me.
It looks like we also have DarkRiolu here as well.
Hello.
Yeah, GG's to you as well.
GG's.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Do you have any comments on the race? How do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. I don't remember making any serious mistakes except in 6-2 where I accidentally pressed B instead of R and lost a few seconds there. I'm just sad that I lost the manip in 2-3 for absolutely no reason. There are a lot of enemies in that level that constantly manip R or constantly cycle RNG, so if you don't do everything exactly right, you won't get the right value, but I did everything right, and that's actually the first time I've lost the manip there without actually messing up the movement, so I was sad about that.
Yeah, it seems like levels like that are just especially crucial for manip.
Yeah, there are a few that are very difficult to deal with.
So just I guess like maybe summary of RNG. I think DarkRiolu got 7th on Rick. Curtis got 9th.
Yep.
So that's not great for either.
Yeah, no.
Very bad.
And then for Magman, I think DarkRiolu got like pretty much like really bad luck. Curtis, you got really good luck.
Yeah, I had the 2-cycle first phase and then the fire breath. I actually missed a hit, so I probably lost like a second or two there, but you know, thankfully it was okay still.
Yeah, I also missed a hit because I got a phantom up input on my D-pad.
Classic.
Yeah, that's why you should use control stick.
No thanks.
That'll make it better.
And HR, 4-cycle versus 5-cycle, I think.
I think
And
we
then
both
Miracle
got
Matter was like
5-cycle.
a big swing there.
I know I got 5-cycle.
Okay, then you both had 5 cycles. And then Miracle
mine
Matter,
was like,
I think.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Chris. I think it was for you. It was like laser, rockets, clap, rockets, clap.
That's what I got.
Yeah, first time electric came out for me, it took forever for the things to spawn. Like, I only got one hit in on the first cycle for electric. It was pretty terrible, to say the least.
Did you get the same HR as me?
Yeah, I think both of you
I
guys
had-
got the same HR.
Oh yeah, I had laser, missile, clap, missile, clap.
We got exactly the same HR.
Nice. It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I was hoping to pull ahead on HR because of Magman making me so far behind.
Oh yeah, I gotta see which card I got.
I got Ruff and Zeus.
Oh, nice, I got Acro, and that's it.
Overall,
Not a
very
card.
good race, I would think. Mostly
Yeah,
determined
very-
by RNG.
That was a hell of a race.
Yeah, that was very close. Like, pretty much O2 could have decided it.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I knew going into that, I was like, I gotta get this one cycle or else I'm not gonna come out with the win.
Same here. My only chance was to get it while you didn't.
That was close though. Can't wait to do it again.
If I survive the next race. Shin's been getting some good times though, so I'm a little nervous there. I think his last race beat both of our times today.
Yeah, he's been doing well. His last race was like, what, a 109 or 108, 07 or
08
something?
or 06 or something.
Yeah, he's been doing well. He also got his new PB recently. I'm excited for that matchup though with Cyril and Shin. I think that'll be a really good race.
So that one's
Should
going to
be
be
a good
Bluebeard's
watch.
What was that?
Yeah, so Cyril and Shin is like losers semis, and then whoever wins that plays Riolu, and then whoever wins that plays Curtis.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to all those matches as well. Any
This was my Yeah.
closing words?
This was my first match against a non-Japanese player, so I can actually have double commentary.
Nice. I don't know. Good luck with the rest of the tournament. That was a really good match.
Yeah,
Definitely the
I
best
think
match so far.
It went pretty well, and I just have to get the manip farther if I'm gonna beat Curtis next time.
That was sad when I saw it wasn't going anymore, honestly.
Yeah, it was the worst place to lose it to, right before light bulb skip.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be all for us. If you're interested in more Curry 64 races, please check out our challenge page for the tournament. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.
Have a
Thanks,
good
guys.
night.
Have a good night.